As a nutritionist, I use yogurt every single day. It's nutrient dense, it's a really great base to meal, it's high in calcium, it's a high quality source of protein, and because of all that, it can also be blood sugar stabilizing. But with all that being said, there are a lot of yogurt products on the market, and some of them are really great and can really help you with your weight loss and wellness goals, and others not so much. So today I'm sharing 4 mistakes and really big things you have to look out for when you're buying yogurt to make sure that it's actually helping you achieve your weight loss and wellness goals. Let's dive into it. My name's Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's in nutrition human performance. And the first mistake is not knowing the difference between all the different yogurts. The big ones in most places that you'll find are going to be regular and Greek yogurt, but you also often can find skyr now. So it's not that any of these are bad or better than the other, just they have different purposes. Regular yogurt won't be called regular yogurt, it'll just say yogurt, and it's just the typical fermented milk. It's lower in protein, it only has about 5 grams of protein per serving, so it's a perfectly fine ingredient to use within a meal or as a sauce alternative, but because it is so incredibly low in protein, it's not really going to be helpful for a body recomposition goal, which is where we're losing body fat while maintaining muscle mass. It's also not going to be really helpful for making you feel full and satisfied, which would help prevent hunger and cravings later in the day. So instead, if you are working toward a body recomp goal or a fat loss goal, or if you're just trying to boost your overall satiety and make yourself less hungry, the ones you want to look out for instead are Greek or skyr yogurt. Now, all Greek yogurt is regular yogurt that has gone through a straining process. In fact, you can actually make this really easily at home. I have a full video that shares exactly how to make Greek yogurt at home, but you can take regular yogurt and put it in a strainer like this one, and it's a really fine strainer, so you'll see the liquid start to come down. That's some whey and lactose, and behind is a much thicker, higher protein yogurt. In fact, it's a lot higher in protein. It's about 16 grams of protein per serving, so like triple the amount of protein that regular yogurt has. So because of that, it's a really great yogurt to use for a meal base. In fact, by just using a cup and a half of Greek yogurt, you can get 30 grams of complete protein. And that protein can help you to maintain your muscle mass while you're losing body fat, keep your metabolism from absolutely tanking while you're losing weight, but also make you feel really satisfied from your meal. There's also just general health reasons why we need this additional protein. We need it to repair literally every single system within our body. Our body's constantly breaking down and rebuilding, and protein is the main thing that helps to rebuild our body during that process, namely bones. Bones are always breaking down and reforming, and a key aspect of that is protein. And I love that with Greek yogurt, you can make a really simple breakfast or break fast if you're using intermittent fasting that's high in protein, fat, and fiber by just having Greek yogurt as the base, putting some berries on top, and having some nuts or seeds. I'll also use Greek yogurt in a smoothie in addition to my protein powder to get an overall well-rounded high protein smoothie. But then there's skyr, which is my all-time favorite yogurt right now, and it's made in a little bit of a different process than just regular yogurt, but it is also strained, which means it's also going to be a lot higher in protein. In fact, it's actually even higher in protein than regular Greek yogurt. You only need about 1.25 cup of skyr in order to get 30 grams of complete protein. I used a lot of skyr during my body recomposition journey when I lost 20 pounds postpartum after my first baby, but I still use it to this day, even while pregnant, especially while pregnant with my second baby, because getting enough protein for most people is very tricky to get. So knowing those higher protein alternatives is a really great hack in order to get that protein up. And you can use skyr in exactly the same way that you would regular Greek yogurt. In fact, I also have this tropical chia pudding recipe that is so good. It also uses Greek yogurt and or skyr. If you want that recipe, it's so quick and simple. It is so delicious. I'll have it linked right up here. Okay, the second thing that you need to watch out for is low fat. Now, a lot of people opted for low fat dairy products because it is going to be lower in calories. And they do this because they are looking to reduce calories and achieve a weight loss goal. However, interestingly, studies show that whole fat dairy is actually inversely associated with obesity, which means that you're less likely to gain weight, become obese if you have whole fat dairy products. This is likely because of the combination of fat and protein that's naturally in these full fat dairy products, helps to raise all of our satiety hormones that really helps to prevent hunger and makes us feel full and satisfied and not crave sugary sweet treats. But from a health perspective, it's actually really important to make sure that you're going for full fat dairy because that's where you're going to get the maximum nutrient quality of that dairy product. Dairy has been rated one of the most nutrient dense foods you could possibly eat, but it's only if it is from a full fat dairy product, and that's because a lot of nutrients are found in the fat. One specifically is called vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 can be pretty hard to get outside of dairy products, especially fermented dairy products like yogurts, and vitamin K2 is needed to help get calcium out of your arteries and into your bones, so it is so incredibly important for both bone and heart health. Plus, full fat dairy strawberry just tastes so much better. Okay, the third mistake that you need to watch out for are flavored yogurts. Whenever there's going to be some type of flavoring, this almost always can guarantee there's going to be a significant amount of added sugar. From my experience, this is anywhere between 8 to 16 grams of added sugar. Now, the natural sugar that's in there is going to be from the lactose. That doesn't really have the same blood sugar spiking effect, especially because it is fermented in yogurt. But when you see the added sugar specifically in the nutrition facts label, that is going to be the type that can really raise blood sugar and can really bring up the overall sugar content of that meal. So what I always recommend is going for the unflavored yogurts and just adding in your sugar of preference, ideally from whole fruit sources, so you have more control over it and it is more low glycemic load, and you actually get some beneficial properties from that food. With various whole fruits, you're going to get antioxidants, you're going to get fiber, you're going to get additional water content too that makes you feel more full and satisfied, and that fiber helps to feed the good gut bacteria, so it helps with the gut health aspect too. So you can use just regular whole fruit, put it on top. One of my all-time favorite things is actually to saute up like frozen blueberries or frozen strawberries or raspberries and just pour that on top to make like this warm berry compote. It tastes a lot sweeter when you do that without having to add any additional sugar. It is so good. My daughter Sage, I give that combination to her like every single week, and she uses the unsweetened skyr yogurt with that blueberry combination and she absolutely smashes it. It is so good. And a little hack, if you personally like a little bit of sweetness but you don't want to put in like honey or sugar, which will bring up the overall added sugar content, what my community likes to do and what we've done in a lot of our programs before, we'll take a scoop of my zero added sugar protein powder and we'll pour that into the yogurt and stir it in. It stirs really well into the mixture and it provides that hint of sweetness as well as that vanilla-y flavor. It really helps to cut through the sourness that yogurt can have while not having any added sugar. So if you want to check out my protein powder, which I specifically designed to actually taste great in recipes like that, I'll have it pop up right here somewhere. It is such a huge hit with our community. We are constantly selling out of our protein powder. Okay, the fourth thing you need to watch out for are plant-based yogurts. So it's not that plant-based yogurts are bad. We just need to understand the use of them, because just most plant-based yogurts are inherently not going to have any protein. Plant-based yogurts on their own don't have protein. So it can't be used as the base of a meal, but a lot of people are using it as just an equivalent swap to regular yogurt, whether you are plant-based or maybe you just have a dairy allergy. And this just simply is not equivalent. You are not going to get the protein you need for all of those health and wellness and weight loss benefits from the plant-based yogurts unless you add protein in. So there's a couple of ways to do this. Of course, you can stir in a protein powder. That is one option. There also are some brands like Kite Hill where they have a Greek style yogurt that adds protein into the yogurt, kind of in a similar way, but it's already done for you. So both of those would be good options to look out for if you are purely plant-based or if you are allergic to dairy. Now, there are also coconut yogurts that are almost like more of a probiotic and less of an actual true yogurt. Those are also going to be completely lacking in protein. So if you do use those, you still will want to add in the protein powder of choice to help bring up the overall protein content. And I do like the coconut yogurts because they can be a good source of probiotics, although they can get so expensive. Like coconut yogurt can be very, very expensive. However, it can be very easy to make. We have a full blog post on exactly how to make it. It's really simple, step by step. I'll have it linked down in the description below if you guys want to check that out. Now, just a plain yogurt bowl might not seem like the most exciting meal to you, but there are a lot of delicious ways to use yogurt to make your meal absolutely taste delicious. In fact, one of my favorite ways to use yogurt is in a protein smoothie. It is so packed with flavor, so rich in nutrients, and just such a great way to start your day. So if you want that recipe, you can find it with this video next. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. I come out with new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.